The details of our case today revolve around events in the United States that occurred on December 4th, 2024. This case has sparked significant division in opinions and has disturbed many as it led to the tragic end of the life of the CEO of a major healthcare company. The questions that arise are: who is the perpetrator behind this crime? Who was the victim? And what were the motives behind the criminal act? Let's delve into the life of Brian Thompson, the victim. Brian was born on June 10, 1974, in Hamilton County, Iowa. During his early years, he was known as an exceptional student and a talented athlete. He graduated in 1993, earning multiple accolades, including class president, consistently ranking at the top of his class. This academic excellence paved the way for him to pursue higher education in accounting at the University of Iowa, where he graduated in 1997 with a bachelor's degree in business administration, majoring in accounting. After graduation, Brian worked as an accountant and in 2004 joined United Healthcare, a large healthcare company where he quickly ascended to a significant position. The company operated under the motto of supporting individuals in living healthier lives and improving the healthcare system's accessibility. Brian's rise within the company was rapid. He took on several key financial roles, including CFO for various business units. By 2021, he was appointed CEO, overseeing a workforce of approximately 140,000 employees. Brian was married and a father of two. His wife described him as a loving, devoted father who embraced life to the fullest and positively impacted many lives. In 2021, Brian and his wife purchased a mansion in Maple Grove, Minnesota, close to his office. With an annual income exceeding $10 million, he was among the highest paid employees in the company, which covered health insurance for over 50 million individuals in the United States, making it the largest health insurance provider in the country. Under Brian's leadership, the company's assets reached $74 billion. However, as he approached 50, Brian faced numerous challenges. The first major challenge he encountered was the collapse of his marriage, which reportedly ended amicably. The second was the threats against his life. After his assassination, his wife revealed that Brian had received several threats prior to his death, although she was unaware of the specifics or who was behind them. These threats were allegedly in response to a public federal investigation targeting Brian and his executive colleagues. In October 2023, the Department of Justice launched an inquiry into the company's practices. In the months leading up to this investigation, Brian and other top executives sold off significant amounts of company stock before the investigation was made public. Brian sold shares worth over $15 million. Now, having established the background of the victim and the company, let's focus on the day of the crime, Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. Brian left a hotel at 1:45 a.m., heading to the Hilton in Manhattan to attend an annual meeting with board members and investors. The unidentified killer was waiting outside, a slender man, about 6 feet tall, dressed in dark clothing and wearing a mask, carrying a gray backpack. As Brian approached the Hilton entrance, the assailant fired twice from behind, causing Brian to collapse instantly, bleeding profusely. The killer's weapon jammed, but he quickly fixed it and shot Brian again, hitting him in the back and right leg. After shooting, the assailant approached Brian, who was lying on the ground, stared at him for a moment, then fled the scene. He escaped among the cars, later discarding his electric bike and fleeing in a taxi. Despite being rushed to the hospital, Brian succumbed to his injuries shortly after, with the time of death recorded at 7 a.m. The assailant left behind evidence at the scene, including a water bottle and coffee cup that bore his fingerprints. The police launched an extensive investigation, believing the crime carried a symbolic message aimed at the health insurance industry. Following the incident, images of the suspect were disseminated widely, and a reward was offered for information leading to his identification. The perpetrator managed to check into the hotel using a fake ID and was captured on camera flirting with a hotel staff member. He appeared jovial, and further images emerged of him in a taxi where he exchanged light conversation with the hotel receptionist. Afterward, he fled New York City, which prompted a nationwide manhunt for his apprehension. Ultimately, the suspect was tracked down and arrested at a McDonald's restaurant in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, after an intense search that lasted 5 days. Upon his arrest, the police warned him that they'd charge him if he lied about his identity. He confessed, identifying himself as Luigi, the individual they were seeking. Once he produced his real identification, he became calm but started trembling, revealing his real name was Luigi Manoni. He faced charges of murder, illegal possession of a firearm, and obstruction of justice for providing a fake ID. Luigi was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, in a relatively comfortable environment, coming from a wealthy family. His grandfather, Nicholas, had established a local real estate empire that included nursing homes in Maryland and 2 gyms in the suburbs of Baltimore. Moreover, his family operates a charity with an endowment of around $4.5 million. Despite this privilege, Luigi seemed to struggle with serious health issues related to chronic back pain, often discussing his condition on social media due to an incident that exacerbated his pain. Intellectually gifted and ambitious, Luigi excelled academically and attended private school before moving on to the University of Pennsylvania, where he specialized in computer science. He founded a gaming club that attracted many members and became popular among students. In 2022, Luigi moved to Hawaii, living in a cooperative space to work for approximately 6 months. However, shortly after relocating, he suffered a surfing accident that worsened his back problems. He expressed concerns regarding his health on Reddit, highlighting his fear of the repercussions of his declining condition. Through his online activities, it became clear that Luigi was experiencing significant health challenges, which likely led to issues with health insurance companies. Specifically, he had difficulties with United Healthcare, regarded as one of the worst in the industry. He began reading several books related to back pain management and underwent multiple surgeries to address these issues. During an internet conversation, he shared an X-ray image of his spine, revealing his deep interest in social systems opposing capitalism and philosophical literature. Reports indicate that Luigi had been vocal about his disdain for social structures, particularly those affecting family members' treatment by insurance companies. Although it remains unclear who his relatives were, it is known that 2 of his grandparents passed away in recent years. Luigi was active on social media, posting about his travels, fitness routines, and health challenges, especially concerning his back. However, early in the year, he ceased all online activity. Friends reached out, expressing concern over his absence. One friend noted they had not heard from him in months, indicating a sense of urgency when they learned his family was looking for him. In late November, just weeks before the crime, a user sent Luigi a message online stating, "We think about you and pray daily for you. Just know you are loved and we miss you." During the investigation, a ghost gun, the kind of firearm that cannot be traced, was discovered with Luigi upon his arrest, coupled with a silencer, a U.S. passport, and 4 forged IDs in the names he used while navigating New York City. Alongside these items was a manifesto, a philosophical document that echoed his ideological beliefs. The manifesto was handwritten, consisting of 2.5 pages, and included quotes Luigi had previously shared on his Goodreads account. It also contained questions hinting at his thoughts about the injustices he perceived, such as, did those parasites deserve what happened to them? This indicates an intent to perhaps target more individuals before his apprehension. At the time of his arrest, New York City Mayor Eric Adams stated that Luigi was a person of keen interest, matching the description they were pursuing. He also possessed significant evidence believed to link him directly to the crime. The company overseen by Brian had recently been embroiled in various dubious practices and was accused of often attempting to sidestep healthcare costs for clients, leading to numerous innocent deaths. Luigi's social circle described him as understanding and kind, expressing grief and confusion over the event. Family members of both Brian and Luigi expressed their shock and heartbreak over these developments. There remain many unanswered questions as Luigi continues to deny involvement in the case. Since the incident, numerous stories have emerged, highlighting how insurance companies, particularly United Healthcare, have directly or indirectly contributed to the loss of family members due to their notorious reputation. This overview, although extensive, encapsulates the complex narrative surrounding the tragic events that unfolded on that fateful day. Any further developments regarding the case will be promptly communicated here later on.